tanks for us on YouTube. Yeah, do it. There's a button that says go live. We're pressing it, you know. Going. It says we're live. Check it now. Are we there yet? Refresh
I don't know.
Refresh this. And you got us?
Oh my God. Hello, YouTube people.
Hello. Thank you for waiting.
Hi, Alan and Elizabeth.
A full Fathom 5 to get to us.
Okay. So, I just had to keep hitting refresh. Hello, Dean, and hello, Michael.
Hello.
All right.
So, again, folks who are watching on one platform are not seeing the comments on the other. You're welcome to use both. You know, it's up to you. You probably can have a separate page or just another device. And the bar, look at this.
The bar is set up for Halloween.
Ready to go.
Hi, Lisa. Hey! Oh, Cynthia says, yes, you're on the air, yeah.
Brother.
Okay, good. Then we are on YouTube. Okay, thank you.
I'm telling you.
Oh, it's still in the 80s there, satellite says.
Wow.
I think it's supposed to get a little bit warmer here tomorrow and then go right back down. So, whatever.
We usually, like, the first weekend in October around these parts, and I bet...
Thank you, Gettysburg, ma'am.
And I bet around Gettysburg is fairly temperate, like, 70s, sometimes even low 80s those days get, like, it might be hot, kind of dry, and you're like, oh, wow, But the leaves are all, like, turning, and you get that snap in the air, you get that sort of flavor that you get.
Taking off my shoes.
And it's time for you to grab a cider, and maybe a hot cider, maybe a cold cider.
Hi, Alexandra. Nice to see you.
Certainly a hard cider.
And hi, Errol.
Certainly some Applejack.
Elizabeth, hello.
And it's just it's a lovely time to be doing that. Great time
Johnny,
for work.
hi.
So.
Yeah, it was funny this year. It was really warm, and then suddenly the equinox happened, and it was like
twist.
Boom! It's fall.
You're out of here.
Yeah, it doesn't usually happen that neatly.
Flick the switch, and there you go. I mean, we've really been keeping windows open to keep the temperature in bedroom cool at night for sleeping purposes. Had the AC on for a while, and then it was like, oh no, keep these windows. And then it's like, okay, that's actually too much. Suddenly it's cold. Just like that.
Yeah, it snapped overnight, right? It was
twist.
Kind of strange, but entertaining. Yay, yes, fall. I'm so excited.
You said hi to Alexandra.
I did.
Yay!
I did. So
lovely to see you.
So many Halloween happy hours coming up this month.
And
this is only the first.
Also enjoying some Hudson Valley fall action.
Yes.
And I tell you, that means access to fabulous food and beverage and hard beverage and apples off the tree and everything. Wow. Stuff's happening right now. It's cool.
Speaking of hard beverages.
Speaking of hard beverages.
Ardent spirits.
And I don't really mean a hard seltzer, although if that's your bag, go to town. I'm kind of thinking hard something else.
Ardent spirits.
Yeah. Ardent indeed.
I have two prepared for you this evening. And like I said, this is the first Halloween happy hour this season. Oh, we have some snacks to sample too.
Yes, we do.
That you could probably find at your local supermarket, but we'll try them for you so you don't have to if they're horrible.
If it's truly hideous, we'll let you know.
Oh. Cynthia says, so complete non sequitur. I want a Lustron home. Anyone know of one for sale? I don't, but I want a Lustron home too.
Which one's now? Illuminate me.
Oh yeah, you got to just go look at a picture.
I'll take a look.
Yeah, you just got to go look at a picture.
Is this new construction or is this vintage construction?
No, vintage.
From the day. Okay, I'll take a look. See what's going on. That sounds great. I like the idea.
Oh, it's getting the 50s at night and upper 80s in Oklahoma. Oh my gosh, Lisa.
Upper 80s.
Yeah, it was only in the 50s here today.
Desert temperatures going on.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not desert, but close to.
Gettysburg Man says, love a good bar snack. We'll see if it's good.
Well, we'll let you know.
Good, we'll let you know.
And heck, on the face of it, there's no reason it shouldn't be.
Oh, Errol says, my sister-in-law would love your wall. My brother said it's mildly creepy that her favorite holiday is Halloween.
It's
so many people's favorite holiday.
At the end of the day and at the beginning of the day, it's a very particular thing. And I think for a long time, it was really just sold as, this is for the kids, whatever. And then, it kind of twisted and, I think, college age and then older adults were saying, no, this is cool. This is for us. And I think that then the liquor companies get on board, and then it's like Tanqueray Holiday. Bang.
Oh my gosh, same thing in Oregon.
So this is great because I think you get to share it. And we're not, just because it's Halloween doesn't mean you have to serve candy drinks.
Hi, Gwen. Good to see you.
All contrary. These are all going to be, we've got 4 great ones for you tonight, and you're going to enjoy.
Kitty from Ma'am says, even a bad bar snack, we keep snacking.
We just keep snacking. You know, well, if you have a few rounds, you'll just like, oh, sure, keep it coming.
John says, I couldn't imagine enduring the remnants of Hurricane.
That's a totally
beverage. Oh, no.
Without a refreshing cocktail.
Poor people. I wish I could send everyone a drink.
I could not imagine, like, standing here in the remnants of the hurricane without a lovely libation.
Oh, my God. I wish I could send them all a drink. They need it.
Seriously, I just need to press that button and it just appears through your pneumatic tube. You know, just package it up, screw down the cap tight, put it in. Don't even shake it up. It'll get there.
It'll get shaken.
We really want to install that, like, that in-house system with the pneumatic tube so I can just send you something.
90s in Vegas.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Just telling you. That'd be really cool.
Oh, yeah. Alexandra says in the Victorian age, and it says Halloween was celebrated enthusiastically by adults, as it should be.
As it ought to be.
Oh, Errol says, I did love Halloween, too, especially when I was a kid. Yes.
Well, you know.
Oh, Gettysburg Ma'am is currently drinking hot cinnamon tea and snacking on candied pecans. Well, that just sounds like fall. That just sounds like fall.
You know, the nuts are in, the drinks get hot, and away you go. Hot beverages. The hot alcohol beverages. We have to start getting into that as. Yeah.
That sounds good too.
Oh, sure.
We could end up into a beer by the end of all this.
That would be wise.
You never know.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so
what do you got going?
Drink time. Okay, I have two for you this evening.
Well.
My first one, I'm calling Abby Normal.
Abby
Normal. And for Abby Normal,
you know what we're talking about.
I'm starting with an ounce of Reposado tequila.
That's a very great place to start, I'd
This
say.
bottle is so heavy.
Large and unwieldy. I'm surprised you're actually pouring it like that. Although that's a legitimate means to pour.
I feel like I have
a room for you over
a handle on it this way, so to speak.
Ironically
there's
enough,
no handle.
There's no handle on this handle.
All right, 1 ounce of Reposado tequila and an ounce of Deadhead rum. And before you say rum and tequila, ew, don't knock it until you've tried it.
They tend to go together well, I tell you. And this is not the standard Deadhead model. I believe this is their 10-year in this bottle. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is nice stuff.
It is
great to mix with. Now, their standard formula is really nice stuff, too.
I'll have to share this.
They kicked you up a little bit, so always good to use the good stuff.
I'll have to share this recipe with them. 1 ounce of your Deadhead rum. I remember this from last year, too. Getting that cork back in there is no joke.
I'll take care of this, folks.
Okay. 1/2 ounce apple liqueur.
You really gotta, bear down. There we go.
1/2 ounce apple. I'm using American fruits, but you could use any good apple liqueur.
There's some really good ones that come from Poland and Germany. Apple liqueur that I've seen. I think Berenson is one that we have had before. It's been a long time. Possibly because we have this excellent product we can get locally that we just keep buying. So
1/2 ounce Campari. I said it's called Abby Normal, so it's going to be a little odd. But
if it sounds like a strange mixture of liquors, I think it will work out just fine.
And 3/4 of an ounce fresh lemon juice.
Fresh lemon juice. It's a good place to be, too. You have to balance the rest of that out. Now, if you didn't have the lemon juice, that Campari is doing a really good job of balancing out the sweet in there.
Shake with ice.
A little sour is never a bad idea.
I'm touching the ice because it's me.
It's me. It's just the two of us.
Before I shake it, did you hand me the special ice?
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
That is behind me?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I made...
And what glass do you need?
I need one of these, actually.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Using a Trader Vic's Halloween glass.
That's the thing, yeah. So you need one of these guys, perhaps?
Yes. Actually, I'll take...
You have the color?
I'll take 2.
Well, I can get this out of here. Ah!
Actually, I was going to add food color too. Hold on. Okay, so I'm using brain ice because remember this is Abby Normal. So you can buy.
Whose brain did you use?
Brain ice molds. So okay, I got my brain ice in there.
Very nice.
Shaking it with ice. I'm trying to decide how many cubes I want to use.
I tell you, we'll leave these chilling.
I'm going to start with 1.
A bit more.
But before I shake it, I'm also going to add some black food color
to the mix. One blorp.
Totally optional, but I think you might give it a little something
That
extra.
little pizzazz.
Oh, look at the shaker.
Oh!
It totally turned black.
You can actually,
I love it.
let me take a look at this on the screen here. Yeah, that did turn pretty dark, didn't
From
it not?
Blucher. We should do a drink called Blucher, too.
Blucher. Woo, look at that.
And I'm going to
amazing.
strain it. Ooh, look at that.
Wow.
Oh, it's inky.
Inky. It is squid inky.
All right.
I think we need to simply take this away.
If you wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. So it's got the brain in it. Let's give it a try. Abby Normal. Ooh, I love Abby Normal. And now my tongue and lips are going to turn black. Errol says, oh, alcohol kills cooties. I love it. Errol says, Paul shoving that cork into the bottle made me think of an Ashton Kutcher in a movie where he was in Europe and trying to plug into an electrical outlet. I'll make it fit. That's hilarious.
Was he trying to plug a US plug into a Shuko or something?
Oh, suddenly says we can't see behind the tips banner. I'm sorry. There it is.
Sorry about that.
Abby Normal.
Don't want to be hidden by
I was
tips.
going to make espresso. I know, I love that. Oh, thank you, Johnny. Johnny loves the bottles. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, Michael.
We've had some of these for a long time. In fact, we just found a cork for the cat, which is originally a wine bottle. But we just thought that's entirely perfect for the occasion. So it is currently filled with, what is in there? Is that whiskey or brandy?
The cat?
Cat's got brandy?
The cat's got brandy.
Cat came back very next day. So.
Lisa says good memories of Halloween Monster Mash was our favorite. Oh. Yay.
Walk like Frankenstein.
All right, I gotta hold it up.
The Monster Mash.
I wish I could make the tips banner smaller. I'll try for next week.
We can see what we can do. It is there to remind all the viewers that if you would like to give us a little something, there's how to do it. Makes it easy. That's my commercial plug for the evening. In the meantime, we've got
black like my soul.
Black like your tongue's gonna be.
Abby Normal. I know.
It's getting there. Oh, gotta try Abby. There we go.
So your tongue can be black too.
Gee, that's good. It's got a very specific note. It's got like a coffee note to it, which is funny
because there's no coffee in it. But
maybe it's the food coloring.
It's not flavored. I specifically got, because you can buy some that's flavored, and I specifically did not.
Got the
Yeah. Blur. We should do it. It should look like glue, though.
Apparently that is a myth. That blur means blur.
Oh, satellite. I just put in a drop of black food color. That's it.
1 ounce of squid ink. And
and that was all you needed.
Yeah, seriously.
I just bought it today because we used to have a different kind, and
well, typical for food.
Oh, and it's making the ice turn.
Ice is turning inky as well.
My ice brain was red, but
big fun coming through. Gotta love that.
Now you need a drink.
Well,
too.
I guess I am totally out.
I need to spray.
Oh, coming your way.
I did get a little bit of food color on me.
Here. Starting now.
Thank you. All right.
Truth is, I have a drink, but this is from dinner. I should really finish this up.
Well, do you?
Allows me to vamp for a second or so, but then I really got to get on with it. People are not here to watch me drink something they haven't seen made in front of them, after all.
That's
not that kind of show.
Not that kind of show.
And nor are we here to drink without you. A lot of these, we're showing you like how it's done. We're telling you how it's done. You have these ingredients? Join in. Of course, we've had several correspondents during the course of our show say, hey, wait a minute, I'm going to try that right now. And absolutely. Fantastic. And if you're saying to yourself, I would, but I kind of forget we can always drop it on you.
Be able to get black food color at the supermarket. I know some supermarkets you can, but I got it at Michael's.
Some are really well stocked, particularly this time of year, and you might need to look into like the seasonal section to find that kind of stuff. So,
yeah, this one was super easy.
Yep.
And you could do a brain and some black food color. Those were just two really cheap tricks that You could do for any Halloween drink, really.
We're all in for all the cheap tricks.
Mm-hmm.
So.
You could do a drop of food color and do a black martini.
Martini. Now you're talking.
That
would make it
fun.
happen. And really, it could be your standard martini, however you like it. Do you like gin? Do you like vodka? Do you like more vermouth? Do you like less vermouth? Do you like it with sweet vermouth? Well, that's kind of weird. But some do. I've heard it. She says. The perfect martini has sweet and dry, and is pretty close to the original formula from the 19th century.
Tippy Hedren and the Birds. No.
No. No.
No.
Yeah, seriously, why? No.
Maybe he'll dress up as a cheap trick for Halloween. That would be fun.
All right. Now, if you could, I can just
oh my gosh.
Here, and that'd be fun.
There used to be that cake store, that baking supply store on, was it 21st?
21st or 22nd?
In the city, Alexandra. I was so sad when that went out.
New York Cake Supply, was it?
Something like that, yeah.
We have our disco dust.
I bought so many things there.
Yeah. We got some smaller cubes.
Nice and loud, isn't it?
Yeah, can't avoid that.
Ooh. Here it says we're trying Generation 7 champagne. First time for me. Very good.
Ooh.
Oh, that sounds good.
Sounds like fun.
Hi, Michael.
And keep that handy. Just in case. Screamin' Jay.
Screamin' Jay, cover of Tom Waits, Whistling Past the Graveyard. That's something.
I'm thinking of Screamin' Jay, Little Demon is another excellent
Keith.
one. And of course, let's not forget Screamin' Jay, I Hear Voices.
Oh,
That's...
yeah, New York Cake. Yes. Cake baking and decorating. I miss that place.
Oh, cool place. And that's where you would find all of this stuff.
Yeah.
But they had, 20 different colors of disco dust. It was just absolutely amazing. A little cocktail decor for you. Absolutely cool. So we're going to start this one off with...
Now, what are you making?
I am making...
Jekyll and Hyde Bar downtown closed.
Oh, I remember them.
Yeah.
Well, they were there for quite a good run.
I mean, I hate hearing about any place closing because...
because
people lose their jobs and stuff.
Stuff. Sometimes it's sort of run its course, too. And if it's past that, and with a theme place, that could be difficult. So who knows what's what? If there's still a Jekyll and Hyde in the 50s, then power to them. And I don't know. What's going on stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're starting out with The Kraken Attacks New York! Which actually is the regular Kraken. It's just a limited edition with the label. I just figured it would be entirely appropriate to have the Kraken Attack.
What kind of bees make milk? I gotta find out.
Let's think about
All right, Keith, what kind of bees make milk?
There we go.
Okay, so 2 ounces of the Kraken?
2 ounces of The Kraken Attacks New York. You can use the regular Kraken. I just dropped my lid. Elevator down.
I will trade
Elevator up.
the Kraken for...
Okay.
I'm kind of liking having these things over here, to be honest.
Maybe we've finally come up with a great innovation.
Maybe we have.
Okay, I'm going to grab a measure. Am I? No, I'm not. Where is the half C? We have a perfect half-ounce measure. Just not
it might be in
front
the
of me.
dishwasher.
Dishwasher?
Yeah.
Right back.
It got washed. It got washed. That's why it's in the dishwasher. Booby. Oh, Keith. Oh, please. Hold on. Oh.
Okay, I missed the punchline.
Oh, Alexandra got it too. Boo bees.
Boo. They tell you. This is actually the second time today I've been hearing a lot of boob jokes.
Cheryl says, I hear voices. I do too. It's usually Lisa telling me not to make a mess.
If you've never heard Screamin' Jay's I Hear Voices, look that one up because boy, that's a pretty killer.
Okay, so half ounce of the spiced pear.
Spiced pear liqueur.
Okay.
We need a 1/4 ounce of cinnamon syrup. We make our own. You should be able to find some good brands on the market.
What is Kraken is spiced rum, John.
Rum.
Yep.
So spiced rum.
It's like a dark spiced
rum. Spiced rum. It's 94 proof. It's kicked up a little high. Got some nice body to it, and it's quite a good mixer. That's about a 1/4 ounce.
Hi, Amy.
I'm just kicking up the flavor on that spiced pear with a little cinnamon. I figured that to myself that was a good compliment.
It has saved some of my drink for
seasonal flavors. And give me a good ½ ounce worth of lemon juice. Did I say anything else?
You said the following.
You
1/4 ounce cinnamon syrup.
got that. You know what? We need some bitters too, don't we? Yeah.
Well, it's up to you.
Yeah, I think so.
We have 2 kinds behind you.
Yeah, maybe I'm going to go with fiendishly tropical bitters from Horror, infused Horror and Clay. Okay, let's give like
How much?
I'm going to give 6 drops.
What is it called?
Fiendishly tropical bitters. Oh, wow. This is all full of stuff. Big fun. This comes from the Horror and Clay folks. You will see some of their products behind me, and we have some of their swizzle sticks right over there.
Okay.
That is a Sulu mug, or however the hell you want to pronounce that.
Sulu.
Shake with ice.
Oh, do you need a glass?
I will take one of those viewers.
It's only a month a year we
That'll
use
do
the Halloween glasses.
So we're going to get maximum use out of them. I think we'll use these every broadcast. Let that rest for a second. And I got a strainer out, despite the fact that I really don't need it. I'm just pouring in, folks. It's a remarkable thing.
He didn't use brain ice.
Didn't use brain ice. Yep. Went without. Want to find me a straw? If I could find me a straw.
Here. You want a big one or a small?
I will take one of the metal straws.
Like this?
One of these guys. Yeah, one of the Mobius. That's a good idea. These are fantastic, of course. I got these from a coworker. These are actually from Argentina, and you would normally use this to drink mate tea, of course, or other types of tea. But the whole idea is that you've got this little strainer end that strains out the leaves.
Oh, Satellite says Kraken is good as shots. Okay, good to know.
Oh, well, okay. I very seldom do shots of things, and I really don't like to do shots. However, if served a shot, I would be glad to partake.
I don't do shots unless someone hands me one.
Well, that came out well. I think that balance,
okay, I'm gonna try it.
Flavor balance is good, and you've got a nice stiff rum to hold up to all that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's it.
That tastes like fall.
No, this tastes like fall.
That tastes like autumn.
The spiced pear, first of all, the pear flavor, and then the spiciness in the pear, and then I kicked up the cinnamon in there too with the cinnamon syrup, but also balance that out with the lemon juice. So there you go.
Okay, is it snack time?
We could certainly be snack time, sure.
All right. I've even got little dishes we can pour our snacks into. I think this week we'll use the mummy.
Hey, is somebody actually speaking Russian over here? Привет. Used to hear that at work all the time. They were right there.
I thought I put them over here.
Did you?
Did I?
No.
Oh, I put them in the bar.
Ah, that's what you did.
Okay, so we have...
Can't help you there.
Cheetos, Flamin' Hot, Sweet Carolina Reaper.
Carolina Reaper sounds like an extremely poor choice to put on
Errol says
chips.
we have some mate straws and gourd cups.
Gourd cups. Oh yes.
Nice.
I've seen the gourd cups as well. Those are fun. And we actually have 2 types of mate straws. We got some from one of your mother's friends some years ago. And we didn't know what they were. They just looked like these cool little strainer straws. And then somebody said, they're mate straws.
Well, she took them for us because she thought, oh, that looks like something they'd like. And they're great.
We've been using them ever since. They're slightly lower profile than these. In fact, these are, I was using one earlier. These are these guys. So Model A is these guys right here. It's a lot of fun.
Model A.
There's a mark on the back of these, and I've not really been
We're
able
about to find out. Gettysburg Ma'am. Okay, yeah, so these are Cheetos, again. Flamin' Hot, Sweet Carolina Reaper.
I am thinking to myself that if these had a commensurate amount of Reaper powder, it would be unsaleable.
Someone says, we don't normally buy any sweet liqueurs, but at a party, if we find that on the make yourself bar, well, you do a shot. I love it.
And there you go. All right, well, no time like the present to grab a brain and give it a try.
Them up. Okay, so.
Displaying, and here we go. Waiting for it. It's got some burn.
They're hot, but they're not that hot.
It's kind of like on the same level of like Andy Capp's hot fries. You know, if you remember, you used to be able to get Andy Capp's hot fries. So
Yeah, I don't find them that hot.
They're the red powder is very dark. I think that's intentional. There's probably some either cayenne or paprika in there, which in this case would be a flavor enhancer. And also, paprika should be a little bit of heat too.
They're good. They're good. I like them.
I'll eat them.
I would buy them again. Oh boy, we got some Russian going on YouTube. All right, putting them back here, unless you want them handy.
You know what? I'll work on this.
All right.
I'll put these back here. Lean in the back. I'll keep them away from this.
Cheeto dust off of me.
Cheeto dust.
What happened to it? Oh, there. Okay, good. All right. I have dedusted. All right, those were pretty good.
I thought they could... Phil.
Hi, Phil. Good to see you.
Likewise.
Yeah, I thought, I know it has been too long.
No,
Boo for that.
Boo.
Boo for being too long.
Yeah, speaking of which.
But I didn't think those were that hot, to be honest with you. Maybe I've just burned out my taste buds. Oh my gosh, Sean. Speaking of hot, how's the Scotch bonnet mustard holding up? Okay, so you gave Paul 2 bottles, and I believe we're
Let's see.
Halfway down on the second one.
Examine the contents.
Yeah, we killed the first one really fast, and we're almost done with the second one.
This is deceptive because if I hold up the bottle, it's like, oh, I don't really know how much is in there. But if I turn it around,
you can see
that we're down to like that level, which has to be about a sixth of the bottle. So this is bottle number 2. It's a very nice gift, by the way.
Sylvia says, I'm going RV camping for 3 days. Any suggestions for a drink by the campfire?
Oh.
Where are you going?
Yeah, there's a good question.
Yeah, if you're going somewhere cold, I would possibly make something warm, like a hot toddy. Mm-hmm. But if you're going somewhere warm, I'd make something cold.
Hot toddy, hot buttered
rum.
Mm-hmm.
Hot buttered rum could be nice.
Could be really nice, and you can make that in quantity and just do some refills. Now that's one thing that's actually quite notable by like the campfire is like make a large quantity.
Oh my gosh!
So you can just do some refills.
Bill says the Carolina Reaper is not available for us, even though there's a Frito-Lay plant just down the street. That's so weird.
Crazy! They're making it right there. It's like,
oh my god!
It's like how there was a shortage of sriracha from Huifong this year because like their pepper crop didn't come.
Errol says, we have a friend that had a pet deer. The deer loved Cheetos.
Crazy.
It's the flavor solution.
It's the flavers. The flavors. And probably the crunchy is considered
okay.
Nice.
All right. Kind of cold at night, 50s.
We're kind of thinking
that... autumn-y.
Something autumnal.
Nice,
would be quite good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I would suggest like 2 ways to go.
Like maybe a nice Manhattan.
If you
like whiskey, that's one of my fall favorites.
And it's brown goods. That'll certainly warm you up.
Yeah.
It doesn't literally warm you up, but you feel nice. And if you're by the campfire,
doesn't matter. You feel good.
And if you're with your RV, I think that you'll probably be well equipped, so you'll be fine. So there's one good idea. If you're looking for something that looks like this quantity, like that size of drink, not a cocktail size of drink, then idea number 2 is a cold drink. But it would also warm you, and that would be a stone fence.
Whiskey sours is good. Yeah, that I would say for fall, that's a good choice.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you could do a Manhattan.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And you could do rye.
You've already got the whiskey there, apparently. So
a stone fence would be a shot of whiskey or Applejack in your glass over a few cubes, filled with cider, just regular cider. And you could always fill with the hard cider if you wanted to.
That's not really
take
a cocktail, though.
It's not.
It's more of
I'm not describing it as a cocktail.
Mixed drink.
It's a mixed drink. Now, I'm saying if you look for something that's not cocktail size, but something that's like this.
Satellite says our mixed drinks tonight is switching from Pinot Grigio to Malbec.
Don't mix.
Never mix, never worry.
If you're mixing from from Pinot to Malbec, it's like not crazy.
What's Tuaca? I mean, we have Tuaca the liqueur.
I don't believe we have Tuaca.
We did.
We have had Tuaca.
Yeah, is that what?
Tuaca, which is Italian, although I believe right now it's made in the States, and I forget where. And I remember actually having it at one of the pop-up bars.
Oh, yeah.
Tales of the Cocktail.
Alexandra's, yeah.
As
Manhattan's, right?
And it was very good in a morning drink.
Manhattan.
As a matter of fact.
Cheetos are made with corn. Yep.
Yes, they're corn puffs, as a matter of fact.
The deer had a collar with his phone number on it. Oh my God. He got a call. How do I get your deer out of my house? He told the guy, Cheetos, I'll be right over.
Cheetos.
Oh my God.
Your deer.
Out of my house?
It was in the house or in your property? On your property?
Wow.
Hilarious. Anyway.
Oh, Sylvia, have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's whiskey time of year.
It certainly still could be.
All my drinks tonight have rum, but in general, this is whiskey time for me.
It's whiskey. I think, the brown goods come out. We used darker rum, both of us, as a matter of fact. You used Reposado tequila.
Actually, my next drink has light rum.
As a matter of fact. Oh, well, how about that? Uh-huh. But your first drink had the darker. I used the darker to begin with. It was the Kraken. And I'm thinking of moving with brown goods, as a matter of fact. You also have brandy. Good place to be.
I might want some more of those, actually. What happened to them?
They're behind you.
Oh.
And there you go. It turns out I'm good on these. I'm going to read.
I guess I was enjoying them.
These.
I want more.
Look at that. They disappeared. As if by.
All right. I'm going to put them over here so that they don't block my beautiful bar setup. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. But these seasonal or these limited edition and the fun flavors, they're good to try. As it turns out,
I don't even know.
You have a few of these. These do have some
heat. It got into the house. No fear of people. That isn't for a deer. That's insane.
Open screen doors. Mm. You hear about such things.
Mm-hmm. Mm. So he says we will have fun. Yay, day for trips.
I think you will enjoy it quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm saying, if you wanted to do something else with the whiskey and you had some cider, just like shot of whiskey full of cider, that's traditionally called a stone fence. You could also use Applejack. You could use other brown goods. You'd be just fine. What was the third thing I was thinking? You could make hot cider and throw in a shot off.
Mm-hmm.
You could make mulled cider and throw in a shot off. And you can really just have like a gallon of cider just right there on a simmer, throw in like, the cinnamon sticks and some cloves and all that, and like, oh yeah, that's just screaming fall right there.
Pardon me, I'm busy stuffing my face. Lisa says, love using spiced rum this time of year. Exactly. It's
about the time for
it's spiced rum season.
About the time for it. There's some very good spiced rums on the market these days. Some of them, they're kind of one note. It's like the spices vanilla, and that's it. And that's okay. But there's some other brands out there that say, well, we're going to put many more things in there. And traditionally, many things have been put into rum. If you go to the islands, you'll also find stuff like fruited rum, mango rum, pineapple rum, all these things. And you know what? Like the rum will like suck those flavors into it. So that's a fun idea. Passion rum, I think I've seen that in the market too.
Scarfing these down all of a sudden.
Suddenly. It's the flavor solutions. It's going to get you. This is actually generating some heat.
The flavor solutions. If you ever want to understand flavor solutions, there's a book called The Dorito Effect, which goes into flavor solutions and how they get you addicted to things like Doritos.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, I'm take these away from you.
Which, by the way, does not stop me from eating Doritos.
No.
I just know why I like Doritos now.
Don't keep them around and you won't be eating them all day long. That's one way to go. So, but certainly there is...
the companies that make them call them flavor solutions.
They were originally designed to add to animal feed to get the animals to eat.
And they did.
In case the feed was really not that tasty, which in the wintertime usually it's not. But if you put a little something in there, then...
Blue wine! Yes, it is that time of year. Blue wine.
Blue wine.
The animals around here are rather cheeky. Alexandra says, really? Oh my gosh.
They're just going to find you.
You're a little further upstate than we are, but yeah, we are right across the street from forests, so we get our share.
It's woodsy over there because there are no houses, and the deer just populate that area, and they're just coming around all hours of the day. And they'll just look at you like, what? I'm just here eating, and I think, fine, I don't care.
Have you heard of that?
Let's see.
Bill says the strongest booze we have consumed is called Reseda.
Reseda.
We picked it up. What's it made from?
Interesting.
I've never heard of it.
No, we're
super
interested.
Curious.
Mm-hmm. Glühwein is one of those things that's a lot of fun. It's really just like a mulled wine.
Oh, yeah.
I think it
Well,
literally
who doesn't
translates.
like a mulled wine?
I think it literally translates as glow wine.
Mm.
So you have a few glasses of that, and you'll be glowing inside, yes. And if you're at the open air market in Heidelberg, and it's like, and it's about like, you know, say, you know, 10 degrees Celsius or something, maybe less, 5 degrees Celsius, and you're walking around saying, ooh, a little nippy. Couple of glasses of Glühwein, and you'll buy some more stuff.
Carol says, I love the commercial where the guy asks the kid if he ate the Cheetos. He says no with orange all over his face. I think I've seen that, actually.
All right.
That's funny.
Be right back.
All right. No idea where he's going, but... Oh, John says, I stopped eating Doritos for a while, then tried them again. Tasted awful. Well, that sometimes happens when you stop eating something. You lose the taste for it. Anyway, my brain ice is turning black from the food color.
Black ice. That black ice that was making my nose run a little, so I had to go and take care of that. No, I get what I get.
I know they did make me perspire a little bit. I enjoyed them anyway.
I've heard of people who decided to just like go vegetarian or something, and then like some years later we're just like passing a diner. It's like they just got that frying burger smell that gets piped onto the sidewalk, and they're like, go in and they order a burger, and then it's like, no.
Satellite had the same experience with shrimp. Interesting. Shrimp. Okay.
Interesting, yeah. Shrimp are bottom feeders, and I personally find that the natural flavor is a little gritty. So I just season the hell out of them. You know, it's like crawd. What would you put on crawdads? There you go. You know, the folks in New Orleans know what to do with these bottom-feeding shellfish, and it works just fine. So there you go. Crabs.
I think I've only ever had crawdads once when you brought them home, and it was like there's nothing to eat.
There's a lot of work for very little.
For nothing. Like,
there's
no payoff.
2-inch lobster, so you really have to do a lot of work.
Don't want a 2-inch lobster.
2-inch lobster. I would like the 12-inch
lobster.
Oh,
Sarah says exactly. They tasted like mud. Interesting. Okay.
It's what they eat, so it's not too surprising. But a lot of fish are kind of bottom feeding, and they, taste that great. Catfish are bottom feeders, and like you really want to season those quite a bit, and done well to good,
I do Paul's part often in front of Lisa. Yes, so he just totally drifted away for that.
Boo! And there we go.
Oh, Bill says we have 20 acres of walnuts that need harvesting in 2 weeks, so we may be busy. Maybe it's your show. Well, I understand. Gotta harvest the walnuts.
If you need to take care of the walnuts,
I get it.
I wish you would. That's a
Old Bay. I love Old Bay, Phil.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We liked the Old Bay so much that we went from the little bottle of Old Bay, which is like a little canister.
Now we buy the big one.
It was a large size of Old Bay. It's like, that's the big size. And then you found the one 3 times that size.
Yep.
And it's a square canister. It's about this tall. And we ran out of it.
It's about time to buy it again.
It's about time to buy that canister again. So, yeah, a lot of Old Bay, thank you. We'll definitely go with that.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I had never had crawdads before or since because I wasn't that impressed.
Well, they're very simple, but you just need this. They're usually prepared.
Well, I'm okay with simple. They were just
by the gross.
A lot of work for nothing.
Throw that in a big pot, and I think you throw in a couple of beers and a bunch of water and a ton of Old Bay, and just boil them until they're done.
Good
and then you just throw them on the table, and then you take them and you kind of pop the head off, and then there's this like one little nugget. And then you pop that out, eat, and then throw the shells away. And there you go.
Satellite says, can one use Old Bay spice in a drink? Actually, sure. Old Bay makes a Bloody Mary mix.
Yes. So there you go.
I've never tried it, but they do.
Old Bay, I'm not going to go get it.
So there's one idea right there.
But Old Bay also makes a hot sauce, which is in conjunction with who makes that? Like, who's the manufacturer that actually does the Old Bay flavor? I'm forgetting.
I don't know.
Whether that's Steve's and Ed's or what. I'd have to take a look at the bottle, but there is actually one that's
right, I'm going to be rude for a second. Don't mind me.
Pardon me while I slurp. But the obvious thing to do with the Old Bay would be to put it in your Bloody Mary. And if you like them, then I think you'll like that a lot. And if you don't like them, then I think, do you like drinks that have a little kick? And could you deal with, say, a margarita with some heat to it? And then you rim the glass with Old Bay. recommend to put the lime on the glass, or maybe it's just a tiny little bit of like some sweet liqueur, and then dip it in the Old Bay powder.
Oh my gosh, an Old Bay rim. That's a great idea.
Now you're talking.
We're going to try that.
We're going to try that.
I love this. Michael says, sigh. Teenage 70s Friday memories. Bag of Doritos, bottle of Coke, and night gallery on the TV. That sounds like heaven. That sounds like heaven,
That sounds like fun.
Aww.
I know
Now I'm getting nostalgic.
It's not the superior Rod Serling show. He said so at the time. But there's some good episodes. And there's some episodes that were really unsettling of Night Gallery, gotta say. They did pretty well. It could have been like, really intense at the time. And I think the network just had their head up their posterior, like networks frequently do. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're getting some love for Night Gallery here.
Oh, yeah. There's the premiere episode, because it was an anthology show. I think there were usually 2 or 3 segments per show. So they're shorts, just short little like horror things. Sometimes you're watching and you're like, what the hell? But I think the premiere was with... Who was in that? Who was like trying to restore her sight by by buying eyes from a young woman or something? And I'm trying to remember. It was Joan Crawford, I think.
Julie.
So.
Okay, so I didn't think they made the taco Doritos anymore either, and then I had occasion to be in Walmart over the summer, and they had some. So. If you're willing to go in Walmart, I would check Walmart.
Check them out.
Yeah, they might. I can't swear they do now. This was over the summer, but they had them. Anyway. Back to your discussion.
Back to your discussion, please. The discussion is primarily love for Night
Kelly's
Gallery.
mouth is black. Blah.
Whoa. Yowza, look at that tongue. Zowza.
My next drink's going to be blue.
Mm-hmm. It's going to duke it out.
Black and blue.
It's going to be duking it out on your gums. Watch out for your dentist.
I know.
So we are getting quite a bit of love for Night Gallery, and I got to say it's an entertaining show. And the fact that
Hi, Dean.
You do have your announcer there, like introducing these things.
Yeah, Night Gallery, that's cool. Green Fingers, Shutter.
It's inspirational. I think like there are certain shows from that period that really inspired creators 10 years later to do things, and maybe even 20 years later to do things. I think because within a few years you had, of course, had something called Kolchak the Night Stalker, and the people love Kolchak. I like Kolchak a lot.
I love Kolchak.
The supernatural stuff is frequently kind of BS.
I don't think we've ever
but the show is hilarious.
A Kolchak happy hour.
Wow, I think it'd be about time.
Any Kolchak fans here?
Supernatural? Perhaps.
I love Kolchak.
Oh, I think the entire audience is Kolchak fans, and if not, that's because you don't know Kolchak yet. I did not know the show as a kid. I don't know how I missed Kolchak.
Yeah, okay, Amy says Kolchak. I don't think we've ever done
Kolchak.
I know.
Yes, John. That was I think it was called the Earwig, which is obviously not a worm. So I think the writers were like smoking it, but
yes, we're getting some votes for Kolchak.
Pretty
icky.
Yep.
All right.
There you go.
Hero says, I like to do a Rod Serling impersonation in front of Lisa. Beforehand, I push my upper lip to the top of my teeth.
Yeah, and you have to light a 120 millimeter cigarette and like.
Oh, and Tales from the Dark Side, yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Okay, so my teeth haven't turned black.
Teeth are not black.
No. Okay, so it's not completely disturbing, just mildly disturbing.
Potentially doing a little work on your lipstick, but
oh yeah, only one season, sadly. I agree. Mm-hmm. Yes, Darren McGavin. Yes, I love that show. So
Simon Oakland as his irascible
boss. Julie loves it. Okay, we're gonna do Kolchak.
Yeah, speaking of Christmas Story, Darren McGavin.
Yes.
Were we? No, but soon enough we will be.
We will be.
Hilarious.
No, I was just saying today that because we need another Christmas tree around here.
We just need another Christmas tree.
I think we need to just do a Christmas Story tree. Because we have enough Christmas Story stuff now, it needs its own tree.
It needs a separate tree.
So. That'll be this year's new tree.
Last year's new tree was started by a random discussion that was completely off the cuff, talking about a traffic tree.
Michael says, I had Doritos because my cheap-ass mom refused to spring for screaming yellow suckers.
Hilarious.
Oh, Kolchak's popped up on one of Bill's channels. All right, good.
Excellent. We actually.
Oh my gosh, there's like.
Pardon me.
It's like farm talk here.
There we go. Oh,
yeah. Okay. Good.
Lots of.
You guys go for it.
Please go to town. We actually have the Kolchak DVD set. So
Halloween tree. Oh, the Halloween
whip
tree.
them out around this time of year, of course.
I posted a video of the Halloween tree in the Velveteen Lounge VIP room. And I posted it on TikTok. I did my first TikTok.
Oh, yeah. Breaking that barrier, shall we say.
John says, speaking of old horror shows, anyone remember Trilogy of Terror?
That was a TV movie, if I'm not mistaken, with Karen Black. Is that the one? That's the one with the voodoo doll? Or it's either a voodoo doll or an African doll. That's the one that freaks people out. So I gotta say,
there's a voodoo doll on the
Halloween
Halloween
but that's the one.
Yeah, I did. I posted a video in the Velveteen Lounge Kitchen VIP room on Facebook and on TikTok. Mm-hmm. So I'd never done a TikTok, and I was like, okay. I've got to get on TikTok. And I have to learn how to use TikTok and blah, blah, blah. So I get on there and like, it's exactly like, I know Instagram is ripping off TikTok, but there's no learning curve. It's just like doing Instagram. It's just like doing Instagram.
So there you go. That's even better.
Thank you, Lisa. Lisa loved the Halloween tree. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
We've been doing the Halloween tree for some years now. I don't know how
Yes,
many.
The doll, but, Karen Black. Okay.
That's the doll. This is the one that people like. I couldn't sleep for days after that when I was a kid. Yeah, freaky thing. I think it was a TV movie, and then there's something called Burnt Offerings.
Oh yeah,
with Karen Black. She did her share of stuff at that time. Creepy. There is the movie, in case you're not familiar, the movie Black Sabbath, which of course gives the name to the band, which is an anthology. Oh, speaking of creepy. And that's an anthology too, and there's 3 segments to that. I think one of them is a little better than the other 2, as I recall, but still entertaining. You know, it's not like any of these things that are like completely off the nut. So, and then there's of course something called Black Sunday. Now that Mario Bava, whoa, Barbara Steele,
and they did a second one with Lizette Anthony.
Oh wow!
I feel like Zach should be here hearing this.
You need to have like the appropriate parties at the time to get this stuff out. I'm pretty good with the horror.
Lots of underage.
I don't eat and breathe it, so I'm going to be missing things. But I got to say, these things that I've been talking about.
Burnt Offerings with Betty Davis.
Betty Davis. Wow.
Oh, Lisa says, isn't that the movie where the little creatures carry her off?
Oh wow!
Oh my gosh! Oh, John says the voodoo doll episode scared that plebe out of me. Couldn't watch the ending.
Hilarious! Yeah.
Oh my god!
Freaky stuff for your TV.
Oh, Julie. Okay, so Julie, I have something for you. Julie says, I was watching Beach Girls and the Monster today. The actor that played the character with the limp voiced the scary doll grunts that terrorized Karen Black, according to IMDb. Okay, so
the more you know.
I posted that picture of Beach Girls and the Monster. I found the most hilarious review of that film. Please remind me to send it to you because I was rolling. They totally nailed it. And it's really long. So, like, he hasn't read it yet. No one I've sent it to has read it yet. They're all like, no, I haven't read it.
Some of this 40-page
I want someone else
text.
to read this review because it's hilarious. No, it's just on these people's blog who review, let's face it,
they need to cut to the chase.
Bad movies,
yeah. But I appreciate
it's like
that.
they totally nailed it. Yeah. So I got to send it to you.
That was funny.
All right.
No, that's pretty killer. Beach Girls and the Monster and Horror Party Beach. That's another good one.
Oh.
So.
Oh yeah, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark.
Kim Darby. Oh wow! You know, she had just made her name in movies around that time. She does the genre pictures.
Oh jeez, I was like, Errol says I listened to Dio. Lisa actually knows some of his songs. I tease her about listening to No Talent. We live like not far from.
Not far at all. Like maybe 35 minutes from Daryl's place.
Daryl's place,
which of course,
which is like
everybody plays Daryl's place.
Yeah.
It's a really major joint. It's a cool little attraction. Apparently it's a great venue.
Darby and Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. I got some catching up to do here.
Definitely. Hog farms, bad smell.
Oh boy.
It's because they don't process the waste properly, you know?
Oh, Julie, it's so funny because the review because they appreciate these movies the way I think most of us do. You love it, and I love I'm not being ironic. I love these movies; they crack me up. But at the same time, some of them are so they have plot holes you could drive a truck through.
Most of them do, in fact, have those plot holes.
And they were made on a very low budget, which I sympathize with because we're low budget filmmakers. But yeah, the review was just hilarious. I got
50 cents.
All right.
This is the thing. So most of these were made very cheaply. Some of them were made more cheaply than that.
Yeah. Okay, John, Smile. Yeah, that was huge. It opened big this past weekend.
Oh yeah. That's actually getting a lot of press.
Yeah, it is.
I saw the name and I'm like, you mean the 70s picture with Melanie Griffith?
No,
nope.
don't.
Completely new.
Don Knotts and the Ghost of Mr. Chicken. Oh my gosh, don't we have that on
We have a CD, which is actually a copy of a CD from a friend. And the CD is...
Oh, I'm thinking of a different one.
The music from Mad Monster Party.
Yes.
And the bonus bit is The Ghost of Mr. Chicken, which has a really great theme that gets played over and over on this thing. I think that both were handled by Vic Mizzy, and that's why they're together in one thing. Now, the Mad Monster Party is very cool. And, of course, at the end of Mad Monster, if you watch it, there's soundtrack available on RCA. It never happened at the time. Don't go looking for it. But some years later, I think it was Percepto Records. Well, that's perfect. I did put it on CD, and they actually got the tapes. It's a monaural tape master on the thing. So you get that. Monaural. And then there's and then Ghost of Mr. Chicken, which is very cool to have as a 2-pack. I remember playing Creepy Theater when our friend Zach would do these memorabilia shows, and I borrowed his selection of monster movies on Super 8. He had all these Castle Films things, and I was showing them out in the hall leading up to the venue. I just set these up with a few chairs. People came by and they were just fascinated with this. And half of these were silent, so I needed music. So I was playing alternately the track from Mad Monster.
Oh yeah, we have Mad Monster Party 2, Amy. It's a great one.
The same friend got me a copy of his CD for Vampiros Lesbos, which I believe is Jess Franco 70s vampire picture. Wow, that is cool music. That is really funky. So I was just playing these two back to back. And people were like, "What's the music anyway?" I'm like, "It's this stuff you need to know." So that was very cool.
They have talent, but I will just tease Lisa about that. It's so funny. I read these things that are like, "What's the song? Your favorite guilty pleasure song or whatever?" And I love the people who are like, "I have no guilt about my pleasure," and then they'll name some song.
I'll just name something that I do think is total schlock, but I do it.
Oh, Don Knotts, The Detectives. I haven't seen that. Okay.
Well, there's also Don Knotts. I believe it's The Love Machine, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it the Sex God? It was one of those.
Sex God.
And you think Don Knotts, but then you think Mr. Furley, that kind of works perfectly well. So pretty hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Oh, 5 Easy
Okay,
Pieces.
yeah. Elizabeth's saying 5 Easy Pieces. Yes. Of course, there's Mama Firefly in Rob Zombie's House of 1,000 Corpses. She was so good.
She really has something going on, and that's the thing.
So good.
And 5 Easy Pieces, that was a really great role that she inhabits, and of course, who she's playing off of is just such an ultimate prick. It's really God. But played well. Bob Rafelson actually gave you something that's a very specific kind of moment in time, complex character. So interesting. Off horror, where we're going back on horror, but
I mean, 5 Easy Pieces still. I just think I love the hitchhikers.
Oh, that's hilarious.
My favorite part of that film.
They just they pick them up and
Spin!
they're just rude the whole time. Pretty amazing. Which leads you right to the diner scene with the chicken salad sandwich.
Oh yeah.
And then away you go. That's all you need to know.
Oh, family plot. Yes. Yes.
The final Hitchcock picture. That would be on TV all the time. And I remember watching it as a kid. Right over my head. Not too surprising.
My mom wouldn't let me see Rosemary's Baby, but I could go see The Omen. That made no sense to me then or now.
No.
That's so funny because I feel like The Omen is arguably scarier.
I think that of the two head to head, they're both pretty creepy, but Rosemary's really gets under your skin. And that is that's
maybe I've
definitely
just seen it so many times.
Polanski's touch. I think that he would make that, like, you know, the hair come up on the back of your neck about that.
John says Criterion Channel is doing a whole bunch of horror series.
Universal.
This month. Universal. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Oh yeah, R.I.P. Godard.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was the man.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I'm trying to think what would be, not horror, but I was just immediately thinking Breathless. That still works very well, gotta say.
I'm just eavesdropping on your conversations, don't mind me.
Please, this is
all right. So
converse amongst yourselves.
Edith Massey, Big Girls Don't Cry. Oh, yes, I love that song, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of guilty pleasures, we're getting off of Halloween for just a minute here, but I wanted to put some. Oh, it's stopped. Did it stop, really?
I think it just went on pause, and you could hit it because another one is queued up.
All right, pardon me for 1 second.
Let's get these
and
things
then I'll
going.
get back to guilty pleasures.
We'll converse. And on the comment about the relative tone of Omen versus Rosemary's, yeah, Rosemary's has less in the way of of murders. I mean, there's one quite dramatic one where the young woman appears to have jumped to her death.
Oh, yeah.
We think, in retrospect, not the case. But Omen is just like kind of a series of people getting killed in the name of, the young demon. Very true. Not particularly bloody. It's definitely got that supernatural perhaps, thing about it. But still, it's a lot. The death count is pretty body count is what I'm trying to look for.
So I
pretty high.
have horror films playing on the TV because our TV is big enough that if you don't have something on it, it's like a giant black hole. Room.
So you got to do that.
So I just have them playing on mute.
Yeah.
And when I was setting them up today, I saw that we have the DVD, so this isn't that exciting for me personally, but I saw that on Amazon Prime you can now watch Staying Alive.
Speaking of your horror pictures.
This is one of my favorite bad movies of all time.
Speaking of your pleasures,
it's just
guilty or otherwise.
It should just win all the Oscars for bad movies. There should be an Oscar for bad movies. Anyway.
There kind of is. Isn't that the Golden Raspberry Awards? Oh, the Golden Turkeys.
Golden Turkey Awards.
Golden Turkey Awards. Yeah, that's your big Academy Award.
Oh, we're getting a lot of love for Rosemary's Baby on YouTube.
Oh, jeez. Great score.
Oh, the book. We have the book, yes.
Great score. Christopher Komeda, actually a Polish composer, who had worked with Polanski on, I believe, Knife in the Water.
Oh, John says Alphaville is my fave.
Oh, yeah, jeez. Let me caution.
Oh, Julie saying, did you ever watch the Spanish language version of Dracula that was filmed at the same time as Bela Lugosi Dracula? I haven't, but I thought maybe you had.
Very early talkies, of course, this was very common, that the studios would be shooting like 2 or 3 languages at once, and it was just like finish a scene and then just go to the next, or just do the things. And apparently the Spanish language version of that, they were just speaking phonetic language. And the Spanish language is very sexed up. So they were just thinking about the audience. That
favorite bad monster movie, Robot Monster. Okay, all right.
Earth Roman.
Oh, okay. Julie says it's also on Tubi. Okay, now we can suddenly get that because of Roku.
Big Roku does have Tubi.
Oh, the Razzies, yeah.
Yes. There's the Razzies, and back in the day there was the Golden Turkey Awards, was I think Michael Nedved.
That's like so 80s.
Did the books? Yeah, this is going to take
it's like so 80s.
Dating myself, but they would do them, and honestly, sometimes they were really attacking some pretty easy targets, and I think, come on, guys. Sometimes a movie is cheap because that's what they had to make with. Okay. They had to spend, and they did what they could with it, and sometimes that works really well.
Okay, so Lisa says Rosemary's Baby was more psychologically scary, and The Omen was both psychologically and visually scary. Yeah, because a year or two ago, I watched The Omen for the first time, and I was like, yeah, that was seriously creepy.
Yep.
I mean, I love both of them. So, but I love Rosemary's Baby so much that we made a parody of it. But yeah,
still available up on YouTube as Rosemary's Blobby. This was made for Blob.
Oh yeah, we got to do an episode. We got to do a Cold Shack happy hour, and we also have to do the Blob. By the way, I was thinking today, I
believe that was Blobfest 2008, as a matter of fact.
Yep.
So. Big fun. In 2009, we did a
Oh.
Gillis Island parody.
Elizabeth says, while watching Only Murders in the Building, all I could think of was the creepy Rosemary's Baby neighbors.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Ruth
I
Gordon,
love
who
it.
won an Academy for that role, which is just amazing.
Oh. Cynthia says, Knife in the Water. Have not heard that out loud in decades. First year of film school. Okay.
It's a really cool picture.
Hi, Ken.
I think it was his first major picture. It was actually shot. It was really kind of like a local release in Poland, but it actually got a lot of international attention. It started getting him the attention that he really needed to go further than that. And a few years later, he's making something called Repulsion.
Oh, yeah.
Which, now that is really creepy. That's just like, a woman just kind of deteriorating mentally. And her reality and our realities is sort of like, she kind of drifts between them. In a very, how shall I put this? What's the term I would like to use? Not at the tip of my head, so that's just a factor of all the things I have to think about all day.
Ken says, Rosemary's Baby, best seen raw steak on skeletons.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that...
Oh, Sixth Sense. I haven't seen that in a long time. I got to go back and watch Sixth Sense again.
Oh,
Errol. Yeah. Some of these things I put. Oh, remember Dark Shadows, Phil says. Yes.
Who could forget Dark Shadows? No, it's a classic. That was a daily show. It's a daily daytime drama that ran for about 5 or 6 years.
Is my tongue still black?
Actually, yeah, it is. It is still pretty dark. And
it's after 9. I'm going to make another drink.
At the end of the series run,
the series.
I'm sorry. Was I actually listening there for a
second? You said the series.
The series run. At the end of the series run, they made a movie, and it's House of Dark Shadows. So,
oh yeah.
So that's something which I haven't seen, but I think probably recommend it. It's a pretty creepy show too.
Okay, so for my next drink,
my
first drink was Abby Normal. My second drink, I'm making something called the Two-Headed Serpent, and you'll find out why in just a second.
Reason for all of these things.
All right, so this is rum, correct, Mundo?
That is the light rum.
All right.
Matter of fact,
2 ounces.
The skull contains rum.
Light rum.
It does not contain its original product, which is gone long ago.
Oh, actually, it never had it for us.
As a matter of fact, it didn't. We had a friend who was
Patty sent us
working in a bar and said, "Would you like a skull? Because I'm running through a lot of this stuff." So
well, sure.
We said, "Sure, we'll take a skull."
So we never actually had the vodka that went in it.
And considering the price of this stuff on the market, I was kind of glad to.
Yeah. Okay. So 2 ounces light rum and a half ounce blue Curacao.
Because,
I'm using Giffard.
Because blue. Because
actually, they call it Curacao Bleu.
Curacao Bleu.
But so, you know what I mean.
We have blue Curacao. They have Curacao Bleu. So.
Half ounce. All right. The Two-Headed Serpent
coming right up.
And then a half ounce fresh lemon juice. Ew, it didn't stick. I'm so excited.
Amazing, right?
Didn't stick to the coaster. Wow, it is so blue. And
pretty blue.
Then I'm going to add 3 droppers Bitterman's Hellfire Habanero Shrub.
Going for a little hot there. Haven't had enough today, apparently.
That's one.
Those Cheetos do really develop heat when you're eating them. But once you're done, that kind of dissipates. This is not the case with Carolina Reaper products otherwise. That will stick with you.
I really didn't think they were that hot, but I guess they're made for a mass audience.
I cannot imagine a product that had a commensurate amount of Reaper powder in it being saleable in the United States. No. That's a dare. Because we've actually made hot sauce with Reaper and also with, I think we also had ghost pepper. And that was pretty serious stuff. I've been using it as marinade, and even on the grill, dissipating quite a bit of the heat, it's really got it. It's pretty serious stuff.
You know what? I wouldn't mind a chilled cocktail glass.
I can get you a chilled cocktail glass. Particularly one that will make this taste 73% better.
Yeah.
You don't say.
Hi, Marty.
Hey, Marty. From hell.
Oh, we used to watch The House of Usher. That's a great
Good
one. Oh, it's pulling a rabbit out of my head. Oh, Kitty's for Man with Dracula's Daughter. Okay, all right, okay.
Here we go.
What have we watched this season so far? Last night we watched Teenage Strangler.
A classic of.
It's a different kind of classic.
A different kind of
It's differently classic.
It's differently classic. It's classic of a classic sort.
Hi, Baron von Swankenstein.
Hey,
Good
Swankenstein.
to see you.
About time we saw you again, hey?
Frankenhooker.
Frankenhooker. I actually knew somebody.
Oh yeah, Bill. We are friends with Will Vaharo.
Yes.
He also writes for Bachelor Pad magazine.
As a matter of fact, he is typically writing about horror films.
He's a really nice
Certainly
guy.
about budget-minded films.
He's an incredibly talented author and a very nice guy.
Both of those things.
Would
Absolutely.
you hand me my
Glasses.
glass, please?
He can tell you interesting things about his childhood, which I think inform his entire oeuvre.
I know.
And of course, his father was Robert Baharo, who was an actor who was in a number of grindhouse type things, and that definitely informs the whole things.
Yay!
Also, the director in Valley of the Dolls, as a matter of fact.
All right, we
not
gotta
the director of
catch
the picture,
up, but...
the director within the movie. And be this, and actually, I have
Oh,
no place to
here,
put
I'll
this.
put it over here.
I have no place to put
Never
that.
mind.
Boom.
I do. Oh yeah. Well, okay, hold on.
Homecoming Queen's got a gun.
I love Homecoming Queen's Got a Gun. All right, I'm not done though. I gotta hide the ugly plastic container.
Absolutely true, Errol, about that.
Okay, garnish with.
Right, knew actually an actress who was in Frankenhooker, not the lead.
I have.
She was in a number of things, including
Twin Snakes.
Goodfellas. But I remember a friend and I were interested to attend the premiere, but it was happening at midnight on, where was this? In the Village. And we're like, yeah, maybe not. But probably should have, that would have been legendary.
Right. It's peeking out. All right.
There's your two-headed snake right there.
It's the Two-Headed Serpent.
Liking that, eh?
It's really daiquiri-esque, of
the
course.
special effects. Being sort of a daiquiri model.
Haribo? Is that how you pronounce it?
I was saying Haribo.
Haribo? Twin Snakes. I saw those today. I was like, yes, please. Okay.
That's nice.
It's fun, right? And it's blue.
And it has just that little bit of heat on the back end. You take a sip, you're like, oh, wait a minute. Hot stuff going on.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I'm like falling behind in these comments.
Oh, they're all here. Absolutely. Okay.
Oh, Poltergeist. I love Poltergeist. Kate Jackson. Yes. 71 episodes of Dark Shadows. Oh.
First movie roles. Oh, yeah. Hot stuff.
Oh, The Black Phone. Okay, thank you. I have not, I'm not familiar.
Take the recommendation.
Oh, Roger Corman. Roger Corman is like one of our patron saints here at the lounge.
We have a framed picture of
Aloha from hell, Marty says. Hi, Marty.
I did note that. Straight from hell, it's Spinal Tap. Oh my God. Speaking of which, Dracula's Daughter. Yeah. There is Dracula's Daughter and Bride of Frankenstein. That's the big double bill right there for you.
Now, what are you having for a next round?
Well, just thinking about that. I'm still kind of composing, and once I have a good thing, we'll go with that.
The Two-Headed Serpent.
I'm kind of envious of your cocktail glass. I think I might just will go in that direction.
Something do you want a Two-Headed Serpent
vein. For my thing? I think I'll make something else. I would enjoy a Two-Headed Serpent very much. But I think that it is good to give the audience something else to chew on. So let's think about what's in front of me, and we'll go with that. Oh, I know.
Yes, creature features. Yes, Marty.
Definitely. 70s, Bay Area horror show.
Yeah.
Excellent. You had
creature features.
There's Svengoolie, of course, came from Pittsburgh, if I'm not mistaken.
No, Berwyn.
Or was he Chicago?
Berwyn, yeah, Chicago-ish.
Chicago, okay. Because Pittsburgh had their horror host, whom I forget, but he was well known. And then Chicago had Svengoolie. I believe Svengoolie is the second or third Svengoolie to pull that role. And what can you say? Rubber chickens. It's hilarious. He runs with the best of them. He runs with the worst of them. And adding hilarity to the mix only makes it happen. This is the kicker.
All right, hold on. I had to look it up.
Chili Billy Cardilli. Oh, wow. Pittsburgh horror hosts. Actually, there's a bunch.
Mr. Schlock.
Mr. Schlock.
That just says it all right there.
Gravely and Griselda. Hilarious. Scorpio.
Coagulus.
Got to actually love these.
Gosh.
Count Floyd. I've definitely heard of Count Floyd.
Coagulus.
We've all heard of Vampira, who was a horror host, who was basically...
Vampira.
Yeah, basically her era's...
Chili Billy. Baron von
Pittsburgh.
Frankenstein
Thank
saying
you.
yes. Okay. And Chili Billy is... Are you even on here? Man, that's weird.
Perhaps not.
Oh, there he is. Okay, yeah, he is. The whole page is his.
Whole page is
All right.
Chili Billy. Okay. Got it. Just
Yeah,
making
no,
sure.
you're thinking of Berwyn. Yes, Lisa said it. Berwyn.
Boom. Boom, just like that.
Oh my god. I feel like you should just play hooky so we can watch movies all day.
That sounds like a good idea. Actually, I have PTO days coming to me. I should just take them, and we're just going to watch a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
It's about that time.
Let them pay you to watch
We got a lot of
movies.
things. They do pay me for...
Will we be doing a costume party on the 26th? Yes, we will, Gettysburg Meow.
They do pay me for PTO.
No, like, you're not getting what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Well, we could do that too, I suppose. However, at some point in time, I do have to actually put in a full day's work. So, let's see.
Yes, costume party on the 26th. Get ready.
Waiting for it?
Oh,
Waiting for it?
Goulardi from Cleveland. Yes.
Goulardi. That's what was on the tip of my head, and I could not remember.
Zach Erie, Philly-based Zachary. Oh, God.
Zach Erie.
Gosh, I love it.
Zachary
Well,
himself.
I grew up with Elvira because I grew up in Southern California.
Elvira, who, of course, was complete takeoff of Vampira.
Vampira, yeah.
There you go. But Vampira was long gone by then, so all we had is Elvira. Well, she was fun.
Exactly.
And, of course, there's the episode of Chips with Elvira. Oh, jeez. Rock, devil, rock. 3 words for you.
I feel like we could do a whole happy hour based on the Chips episode Rock Devil Rock. But
We could certainly
everyone
have
would
some
need
fun
to
with
watch
that.
it ahead of time or we would just look like the 2 crazy people. I know, what else is new?
Yeah, what
but
else
you know
is
what
new?
I mean.
How'd you get the quote? There we go.
What you looking for?
Just found it. I'm looking for a distinctive bottle topper. And
Okay.
it did appear
We
as
found
if by-
it.
And you know what else I
Creature
wanna
double
work with?
feature, yes. Oh my gosh. He's
Yes.
not been a host for a long time, but I count Cool Rider in Las Vegas, a vampire Elvis impersonator.
Oh! Hello.
Yes to all of that.
Hello, yes, yes, and also
Yes, yes, and yes. Do you know what you're making yet?
Yes, I think I do.
Does it have a name yet?
No, it does not.
All right.
But perhaps it will.
Maybe we can crowdsource the name.
We'll see what goes on. This is going to be a brandy drink.
All right.
Because we have brandy available in the Black Cat. There's another good title
Just
for you.
one.
Speaking of, I believe that is definitely Universal Horror.
Oh yeah, that's like an early
And 1930s.
30s, yeah.
3, maybe?
Yeah.
Something like that. That's good titles, I recall. Is the Black Cat the one where it's Karloff and Lugosi, and they were in the war, and one of them like screwed the other one over, and then it was like
I love this description.
Lugosi is going to get the best of him at the end of the picture, and he's like, I'm going to rip the flesh from your body inch by inch. It's like, oh, it's just vicious. You don't see this happening. It's the 30s, but you can imagine. 3 ounces of the brandy.
Oh, Billy used to watch Creature Features in his office. Okay.
In the office. that's
Count
fine.
Floyd on SCTV. Oh God, Count Floyd. 2 ounces of brandy.
Now, when I was growing up, we didn't have a horror host, but there was Channel 56 from Boston. UHF played monster movies, usually a hell of a lot of Toho stuff. So it was a lot of rubber suits destroying Tokyo. Sorry, Tokyo. It had to be done. And it was 2 of them back to back. So you'd have like a whole afternoon. You just watch this and start going blind watching all this stuff on TV. And it was the Creature double feature.
Oh
And
yeah,
they had this big cool theme and everything. Because people talk about the creature feature. Yeah, this was the creature double feature.
No, Amy said creature double feature.
No,
and you were both in the same area of the world.
Oh, there we go. Yep, I totally missed that. You remember creature double feature. That was fun.
Yeah. Okay,
that
Marty loved Elvira. Elvira's the one I grew up with.
People know Elvira. So I'm going to add a half ounce of the Giffard Fruit de la Passion. Passion fruit liqueur.
Wait. Svengoolie is running auditions for co-host Spawn of Svengoolie.
Hello.
I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hold on. Count Cool Writer. Oh God, I love this. I love that you're all connecting. That makes me so happy. Okay. Sorry, I'm a connector. I like to connect people.
You know, I wouldn't be sorry. This is a salon.
Okay, so it was 2 ounces of brandy and what?
What we do here in 1/2 ounce of the Giffard Fruit de la Passion, passion fruit liqueur.
Okay.
There are some other great passion fruit liqueurs out there on the market. And when I'm thinking of it completely escapes me, but the Giffard is excellent. It's a really good product. Half ounce of the Barrow's Intense
Oh boy.
Ginger. You know, that's pretty sweet so far, but it also has a lot of heat. I'm going to start with 3/4 of an ounce and see what that gets me. I probably need to up that.
3/4 of an ounce lemon juice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Trying to counteract the sweetness. I don't want this thing to tip over.
I totally get it.
Tip over the scales.
I don't want it to tip over. Tip over into candy drink land?
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
Oh.
And I'm going to add 2 droppers of the Bitterman's Hellfire.
Oh, okay. We're getting so much love for Elvira. It makes me happy.
Well, you know, she was fun. And I know at the time she was really doing the vampire shtick. But vampire wasn't
Lisa,
doing
I'm
it.
with you. I'll be watching horror movies.
The thing that I remember, and I was really trying to call up this past weekend, we were with family. I was trying to find something which I had seen a reference to on YouTube, which I saw back in 1984. And this is around the period where I suddenly got control of the TV, and there was cable, and I was kind of alone in the
cookie jar
evenings. And Halloween of 1984, there was an Elvira special where she just like did her shtick and played music videos, and it was like Elvira's favorite music videos. And she was playing stuff like Secret Agent Man by Devo,
and you can find it,
and Man's World by The Residents. And it was just like, what the hell is this stuff? So that was very informative to me at that age. And I was trying to find like the whole thing. I don't think that you can find it because of copyright reasons.
You can't find it without the music videos. It's like
what's the point? So, but if you could find the framework and then just put the videos in yourself, that would work too.
Oh my gosh. Cynthia says, I remember cutting up one of my mother's old black performance pianist gowns for an Elvira costume. My father was mortified. Oh.
What works, kids.
I just love the name Cookie Jar. Errol says we make wine out of Oklahoma passion fruit, which they call pawpaws here.
Pawpaws. Oh, I've heard of pawpaws.
She did a great show at Knott's Berry Farm. I miss Knott's Berry Farm. Try a bloodbath. 1 part Chambord, 1 part cranberry juice, 3 parts red wine. Okay, that sounds like a Glendora drink.
That sounds very Glendora-esque.
Yes, okay.
Just asking.
Oh, Morgus the Magnificent.
Morgus.
Oh, in New Jersey. Okay,
well,
I feel like I should have heard
haven't
of
heard of
that.
Morgus.
Yeah.
Well, it's a first time for everything, and it's about time we did.
Oh, Marty says the best contemporary horror host is Joe Bob Briggs. Yes.
Oh,
yes. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, he does horror and absolute schlock, but he's a lot of fun. A lot of fun to watch. Guess what? I got a little sidecar out of that. So we're going to give this a whirl and see where we are.
Let me just make sure I got all of your thingy. Okay, so what else besides the brandy, the passion fruit, the barrows, and the lemon?
2 droppers of the Bitterman's Hellfire.
Okay.
I wanted a little heat with the heat from the ginger, and I thought I might balance that out with a little bit of the passion, and then of course throw some sour in there to make it a nice sour. And away we go. Oh, you know what? So stupid. I did this earlier and I didn't finish. Let's make this happen.
I didn't call you stupid. You called you stupid.
Not to your face.
I don't want to call you stupid to your face. Does anyone else get that reference? Why does this computer not sit flat on this bar? It's shaking like crazy.
I know.
Okay, so we need to name this drink. Okay, so I'm crowdsourcing the name. It has 2 ounces of brandy, a 1/2 ounce Barrow's Intense ginger liqueur, 3/4 of an ounce fresh lemon juice, 1/2 ounce Giffard Fruit de la Passion, and 2 droppers Bitterman's Hellfire Habanero Shrub.
Would you like your lemon peel?
Why not?
What the heck?
I mean, I have
I forgot
serpents.
the lemon peels.
I have serpents in
So
my
much
drink,
to do
but
for
I'll
a
take a
podcast.
lemon peel.
Serpents and lemon. Just a little bit and
Okay.
shake. Oh,
All
look
right,
at that. A
we're
lot of
crowdsourcing
zest.
the name of this
A
drink.
lot of zest going on.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're getting love for Cookie
Thanks.
Jar. All right. Oh, Elizabeth says won 2nd place in the costume contest is Elvira many moons ago.
Hello.
I love it. Now I also own a Square Bird Thunderbird. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Hot stuff going on.
Wow. I'm going to try the Bloodbath. I don't have the stuff right here, but I'm going to try that.
The Creature double feature.
Burgess seems to have originated in New Orleans. Okay, interesting.
The favorite, of course, on that was always the Godzilla versus the Smog Monster. Because you had, like, you know, the big egg, and you had, like, the two...
I like mine with a twist.
The 2 tiny twins, and then, like, the psychedelic band playing a whole song about saving the Earth. It's just... It's period. It really is. But this, of course,
Right.
was Choho facing up to fantastic pollution in the era, and what was going to happen? Well, I think we're living it now.
Name Paul's drink.
It's the only green year. Yep.
It is Soylent Green is set in 2022 for anyone who needs more Halloween horror.
Watch it, and you'll be horrified. Just saying. Watch it. Semicolon. Be horrified. Yes, with a twist, and I
You
tell
could
you,
always just call it I Like Mine.
with a
Dot,
twist.
dot, dot. With a twist.
We'd like a horror-themed name, after all, but I think it's great. And when I twisted this, a lot of essence
Did I
came off
try
that
it?
lemon zest. You did not, I believe. You're going to want to try it now.
Might help me name it.
I like mine with a twist, of course, taken from a fake ad for Swill, using water dredged from the shores of Lake Erie, from the era when that was truly
That's
horrifying.
good. We're going as Beth and Dog the Bounty Hunter. Oh, jeez.
That makes me think of a boy.
Okay. Baron von Swankenstein says
Devil's
drink
Tail.
Devil's Tail.
Ooh,
I like
I
that.
like that so
All right,
far.
you named it.
All right, so there we go. Done.
Devil's Tail. You
Easy.
just named it.
Making it easy. You had the D all ready to go, as a matter of fact.
I know.
And it's even got the tail in there with the lemon peel. So that's
All
a good
right.
idea.
Well, yay for that. That
Well,
is
all right.
named.
Well, that was easy. That was easy. It wasn't that easy, though, was it?
John says, how about the Lake Erie Dredge? I think we could do something a little browner for the Lake Erie Dredge. Like a little muddier with
That
chocolate.
has to add some murk.
With
I think that would work really well.
caramel.
You could easily come up with something that is very swampy. I'm
Caramel.
thinking of the time that I decided to make something that I
Oh,
called...
Lisa, thank you.
Oh, thank you. I'm thinking of the time that I made up something called the Vicks Formula 44, and it looked and tasted like Vicks. I actually achieved the color.
Biting the
and the
tails off
flavor.
my twin serpents.
It was actually pretty horrifying, to tell you the truth. But I kind of liked the whole concept, and it worked well. Bite the serpent, Riz.
Now they're with relish.
With relish. Fantastic.
They're still stuck together.
Yeah, two-headed actually will not go
No
away.
two heads are better than one.
It's a snakehead eating the head on the opposite side.
I palindrome.
Big fun. So this is quite good. This is a really nice sour using materials that we have on hand that you might not have on hand. I do recommend all of the liqueurs. The passion fruit from Giffard is excellent. It's a really nice fruit flavor. It's not very murky because they didn't actually infuse a lot of
So chewy.
pulpiness. there are, I think Chinola is another brand that actually does do it as a fairly pulpy stuff, and that is a really nice flavor too. But the ginger, the Barrows Intense is aptly named. It really has a kick. You could literally have a shot of that on ice and say, "This is awesome. This is the best thing I've ever had." And in conjunction with the brandy and just some sour, and then just a little bit of the heat,
Gettysburg Ma'am.
comes right together.
I'm scrolling up. Oh, you mean the oh, you love the Elvira? Okay, wait, I scrolled up. Okay.
Thinking.
The Elvira? I feel like I missed something.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think I did.
Scroll slowly, you'll find it.
I'm scrolling slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, Sir Graves Ghastly in Detroit. I did miss that one, Julie. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't know that one.
That's a
yeah,
great
we will
name.
be doing costumes on the 26th.
Mhm.
Yes.
Certainly.
All right. Hold on. I missed something. Yeah, Elvira. Yes, Elvira.
She had the shtick. She did the show, and she had the sex appeal, of course. And
Oh, me dressing up as
She had
Santa?
humor.
I missed
She had the
that.
humor.
Oh, you didn't post a picture, did you?
We could take a look at
Dressing up as Santa?
That could be scary.
That's hilarious. Oh. Oh, yeah, I totally
big fun.
missed it. Oh, burnt offerings. Okay, so many comments we missed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I did see the burnt offerings
I did not see that.
comment, of course. Do we own Mad Monster Party? I
Yes,
think
we
we
do
did.
own
Yeah, I
Mad
think we
Monster
do own that
Party.
by
I
now.
love that one.
That used to be on television on really non-regular intervals.
I'm glad you're all taking care of each other because
It was just
clearly we missed
really
comments.
occasionally it would pop
Ugh.
up when I was young, and I'd be like, "Oh, what the hell is this
Jeez
thing?" You know.
Louise.
So I wasn't that familiar with it, although I was pretty familiar with the Mr. Magoo
Oh,
Christmas Carol.
I'm sorry.
So,
I missed it. I missed it.
yep, you went too far.
I'm going to confuse too many children. Oh,
And you know,
we do
kids
get
will get over
we
it.
get a lot of children at our house on Halloween.
The kids will get over it. And we actually have noted on air, but I can note again, we had one of our neighbors come by canvassing for signatures because she's, I think, running for school board. And I was like, oh, I'm glad to supply a signature. And like, I can get you a 100% return on that because she'll put one on too. And she was with a young child who said, "This is the best house at Halloween." I was like, oh, yeah, sure. Of course it is.
We actually don't change the decor outside for Halloween at all.
Truth be told, it looks like that all year round, kid. But he was noting that it just lights up the whole block.
I feel like the people
like
who
that.
are house hunting on our block would do well to come at night. Because during the day, we're a mild-mannered house. And at night,
Unassuming.
it looks like a Vegas casino.
At night, we step into the phone booth and step out as, boom, you know? Hi, hilarious. But we don't do anything that
Oh
small
my God.
at the end of the day.
I've totally lost track of the comments, apparently.
Well, that's okay.
I'm going to have another twin
There we go.
snake.
Twin-headed snake.
You want a
Is that correct?
twin-headed snake?
Elvis didn't drink, but he did drink Formula 44D. Oh,
Oh, my God.
thanks for dropping by.
Hi,
Alexandra.
Alexandra.
So good to see you.
All
We would love to see you in person again
Yes.
sometime soon because you're local.
right, I took a
We can do that.
green and yellow
The green and
twin
yellow.
snake.
Whichever flavor.
One twin snake.
I think I'll have some more of those, Cheetos, if they are available. Just
They're
because
over here.
we're still here and
All
we're
right,
still
hold
going.
on. I got them.
Actually, I'll leave this right here. Leave my mummy head.
I gotta make sure the snakes are airtight
Yep,
because
you
you
don't
never
want them
know.
to dry out.
You never know when your
Yes.
snakes will
When
dry
the
out.
snakes dry out, it's just,
Right.
it's a terrible, terrible thing. So,
Is
well,
that
that's funny. That's funny.
Okay.
Absolutely. And we'll probably finish these. Not a good idea.
No. Not a good idea. I wonder what happens if you...
Try to separate them.
They're surprisingly hard to separate.
They're molded
Fine, I
well.
will eat them together.
Molded well.
Mmm!
Oh, that's correct. If you
yes,
you
Marty, I remember that.
You should be able to watch that broadcast. 'Cause I think it's.
Oh, Mr. Magoo,
out there
Christmas
somewhere.
Carol. Oh.
Music by, well, if the audience will not, Phil and I will. Julie Stein.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic stuff. Yes, Francesca and Felix. That was awesome. That was just great. It was really during lockdown, so we had to be very particular. People were masked up and stuff. I believe that I was your host as the Invisible Man. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. And a great set. Twin DJs.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty amazing. And of course, you know, you were certainly able to pull off Felix, and of course she was able to pull off Francesca. So
Much fun.
big fun. Swanky's disco dance. It's just gonna kill
Oh
her.
my God.
Mm-hmm. Too much going on. That's a great score too. And I think it still has not been released officially. There's
Really?
there was a collection that had one track from it. And it wasn't even like the best song from the lot. But it's a good selection of tunes. That was actually part of an anthology show that UFA did with Mr. Magoo, where he was doing the classics. So it was just one episode among a whole season worth of stuff.
Gettysburg Ma'am says, I told my kid I was dressing up as Santa. Showed her the costume, and she said, yeah, no, you're on your own.
You can go alone.
Oh, jeez.
Hilarious.
That's so funny. I think that's a hilarious costume, actually.
It's pretty fun as Halloween to go as Santa.
Someone showed up at my door dressed as Santa, and I would crack up. But
Didn't one year we get the Pathmark Ferry?
oh, when we still lived in New Rochelle.
We get the Pathmark Ferry.
This was so funny. We lived in an apartment building, but we got the occasional trick-or-treater, and no one else was answering the door. So if the doorbell rang, I ran down. And there was this guy, he was with a bunch of little kids, but he was wearing a uniform t-shirt from Pathmark Supermarket and wings. And he's like, I'm the Pathmark Fairy.
They're like, oh, you're getting some candy.
Oh, he was hilarious. He was so bitter, and it was I was there for
Great
it.
stuff.
Oh, that made me feel like we on your front lawn the next day. I remember Peter being there too. That was fun, you know.
Peter did keep things going.
I can't
He's very good
I
at
can't
running.
say we had no fun during the lockdown because that was fun.
It was a broadcast in conjunction, I believe, with Tiki Oasis.
Yes.
And
Yep.
there were DJs going for something like 24 hours. So you added to the fray.
Dance
It was a
moves.
good 2 hour
I can see
set.
the rest of my future. Swinkenstein says.
Whoops.
Ah. We've got to do like a, I don't know, what do they call that? Where everyone dances.
A dance party?
No.
No.
That want to be the Trader Joe's fairy. You can put on like an aloha shirt and wings.
All I need is wings and I'm
Trader
ready to
Joe's
go.
Fairy. You have to
See?
be very bitter though.
Yeah.
Well, no, Trader Joe's employees aren't that bitter.
No, they're not. They're chipper.
Pathmark employees are bitter.
Pathmark employees are not
Yeah.
shareholders in their company. Trader Joe's employees have an opportunity to do so. So
Yeah.
there you go. That makes a difference.
I want to know where he got the Pathmark shirt. Did he work there?
The obvious answer is, there you go.
Which would be hilarious. I turned my work uniform into a Halloween costume. Oh, Gettysburg Ma'am says maybe I'll just add wings to my costume and be the Santa Fairy. That'd be hilarious because it's so confusing. It's like,
Santa Fairy.
what? Santa was at, wait, what?
What's
What?
going on? Oh, I don't know. Well, you can add
It's okay, it's Halloween.
You can add a lot to costumes and just make things happen like that. It is hilarious.
It's just Halloween, whatever.
It's just Halloween.
This is Halloween. Anyway.
Speaking of different things, actually, we do have some Jack Skellington happening over here, but if I take it over here, it would fall apart. So I'm not going to do that.
Nope.
We're just going to have to give you a house tour at a separate occasion.
We will. We
We'll
should.
get
You know.
definitely got to put a camera on the Halloween tree, which is spinning with a plum.
I put a camera on the Halloween tree.
Well, the TikTok is happening, which is I'm
The
just thinking about
TikTok? Did you just say TikTok?
TikTok. I'm sorry, I've been eating and things are slurring together, but big deal. The The TikTok did show that, but I'm thinking about like a longer format video of these things.
Carol says, all I need to do for Lisa to go along at any party is threaten to dance. So out of horrifies her.
And then things follow from there.
Oh,
So.
have her dressed as a space alien and he goes a flaming lips and video together.
And scene. There you go.
Oh my God. I love weird costumes like this. There was a time in my life when I was very competitive and I entered a Halloween costume contest to win. I was there to win. And now I kind of like the ones that no one's going to get except maybe 3 other people in the room. That's my prize. If nobody gets it except like 3 people, then I've won.
We had a costume event during the summer, and I came as one of the police in Soylent Green. I think one person correctly identified me.
Oh yeah, at Ohana.
Yeah.
Who? Wait, only one person?
Yes. That was Henry.
That was hilarious because you did a great job.
Thank you. It was you actually sourced all the materials. I think I got one part of this, but you got the rest.
Oh, Elvira played the real estate agent in Rob Zombie's Murders prequel.
Oh,
okay, all
Monsters
right.
Prequel. The Monsters.
Monsters prequel. I said Murders. Monsters prequel. Yes.
Currently available, just been released, so there we go. Big fun.
It's making me it's making me moderate so many comments tonight on YouTube.
Are any of them actually offensive?
No. Like, I had to moderate boobies twice.
Oh, jeez.
And I had to moderate cock.
You go boobs and people go ballistic, and I think, for Pete's sake, the problem with this entire equation is not the boobs. Let's be real, people. There are other problems out there that are much overlooked, is what they are. So.
Cock. The emoji.
No, that just... Oh, yeah, exactly.
What cock? What cock?
What cock? What hump? It immediately makes me think of the cook, the thief, his wife, and her lover. Speaking of your horror pictures, I forget that director's name, Michael something, and I remember seeing that at the time in release and being like, that was a little intense. It's not a horror picture per se, but it is certainly dealing with underworld figures and a certain amount of violence, so be warned. And it might make you a little hungry. Greenaway. Okay, I was totally wrong. I was thinking of a different director entirely.
Michael Gambon is in it. Is that who you're thinking of?
No, I was thinking of a director named Michael. So, no, totally boned that one. But is Peter Greenaway still, like, making a million things?
He's making, like, he's like...
Look at that.
He's got, like, 1, 2, 3, 4...
7?
4 films in pre-production.
1 filming.
5 films in pre-production, sorry.
And 1 filming.
And 1 filming.
Well, he's just cranking them out.
So, don't cry for Peter Greenaway.
That's just
busy.
Inspiration that if you have an idea, act on it now and then do your next idea immediately. Just keep going with the production. That's what we do. Every week we get a new live video. We've got a film happening.
We've got a film coming one of these days.
It'll be sooner than you think.
But what am I thinking of, though, Peter Greenaway? I'm thinking of something else, and I got to find it because it's going to bother me a lot.
90s, maybe? But it can't be that late.
No, it's not that
recent. As in recent. I'm thinking it has to be much further back.
I'm going back. Hold on.
Let's take a look. I'm taking a look at these things, too, because I remember the name, and I remember some of his titles.
It's bothering me.
Let's see.
Starting
by numbers, perhaps? That's actually pretty well known. Belgian Architect, Zed and Two Knots.
No.
Draftsman's Contract is pretty well known. Let's see. Nope. We're getting to the point where you're not going to recognize anything from this guy.
I don't know.
But I tell you, he did a gazillion shorts.
Whatever. I'm not finding it, but...
He's pretty productive, that Greenaway. Gotta say.
Oh, no. The Cook, the Thief, his wife, and his lover. Do you consider that a horror film?
There are some horrifying aspects to it. It's not by its nature a horror picture. It's more of a psychological picture. And, of course, it's this sort of, like, illicit love interest thing going on. And you've got underworld figures. And it's very well done for that. And it is one of these pictures that has really great, what we would call color grading. like the actual tone of the picture is very specifically designed to have like a very particular kind of color palette.
Sorry, I'm trying to keep up all the comments.
And
yes, everyone, like, okay, both places, YouTube and Facebook, the cook, the thief, and his wife and her lover. Yes. All right, so Elizabeth was still disturbed. Okay, all right.
I'm telling you, it was pretty intense. It was pretty intense, and of course, the wife actually does get a very particular kind of revenge.
Amy says, I went as a Romulan at Ohana instead of Romulan.
Ah!
It made me laugh. No one else, though. I feel you.
Dan should have
I
laughed.
went as an extra from Soylent Green.
That
made
obscure.
me laugh and no one else.
That was obscure,
Yeah.
but hey, if it makes you laugh, that's all you need.
All right. John says, Peter Greenaway wrote a number of opera libretti. Only one that was said to be easy. Interesting. Oh, wow.
The multi-talented Greenaway. So I'm not going to call it a horror picture, but I will say it's...
Gettysburg Man. The whole
horrifying.
Santa thing is killing me. I love this.
Oh. This is damn hilarious.
Do the two of you dress up when handing out candy? Yes, we do.
We have a tendency to do this exact
I
thing.
usually don't ever prepare it until like 15 minutes before. So I'm doing I'm taking my eyeshadow and smearing it all over my face to make myself into something weird. But yeah. And then people are like, what are you? And I'm like, I'm the tequila
Zombie.
monster. You know, like, I don't know. Like
Tequila monster from 50,000 fathoms.
I start feeling it really late in the game. Maybe I could be a little ahead of it this year.
Yeah, if you think about it now, perhaps that'll actually spur things on. It's always possible.
Oh, Cronenberg's The Brood. Have you seen that? I haven't seen that.
No, I remember the title.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And,
all right. Well, we got work to do.
And you talk Cronenberg, you're talking this whole lineup of things.
Yeah.
Videodrome, that's funny.
Oh.
That's kind of psychological horror more than horror, but it does have features like that. Scanners, that's more of a horror picture. He's got something called Rabbit, which is like a straight up horror picture about infection. Well, that ought to have a lot of resonance these days.
You'd think.
I believe that featured Marilyn Chambers in a straight up role about that.
Oh, John says, I think The Cook, the Thief, etc. was originally rated NC-17. I don't know.
I believe you are correct.
Okay.
That might have been a reason I went to see the thing at the time.
Hello, Anonymous. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
We do try to bring the humor along with cocktails. We've heard of a number of cocktail shows that are just like, here's how to make a dry martini. And the show itself is very dry. Well, there's no reason that you shouldn't have fun with these because it's a cocktail. You know? It's a mixed drink. It's big fun.
Actually, no, I said rum.
Yeah.
Talking martinis.
Martinis.
You add the gin to your pitcher. And then you add a drop of vermouth. And then you stir.
Stir with ice. 17 times. No more.
Strain.
No less.
Into your glass. Like, no, I can't
Add a twist. Or an olive. Never both.
Oh, Gettysburg Man just showed up on YouTube.
Hey now.
Hi
there. Hello, YouTube people. You know Gettysburg.
I know.
He's one of our favorites around here.
I know.
But
well, we have
all
so many.
part,
I don't want to play
part
favorites
of the family.
We have so many.
Yeah, well,
all of you, if you're watching now, you're our
say,
favorite.
But I'm just saying that, like, we do have people who show up with regularity to add to the fray and do it big and add to the fun. Add to the fun. This is what this is all about. This is not one of these dry shows where it's like, we're going to talk to you about a boring subject for 2 hours. Well, you disappeared an hour and 55 minutes ago in that case.
Gotta go.
Jeez, look at the time.
Gotta go.
We try to provide a little entertainment here.
We try.
On my feet for 2 hours every Wednesday. So that...
Oh, yeah. I had ideas for, like, getting us bar stools so we could sit for these. But
you don't have ideas about that. We could still action that idea. I'll use a little business speak on you there.
No, please don't.
Don't do that, please.
Corporate speak. Anyway.
Hey, we got an LLC. I'm just saying. It's not like we're strangers to corporations.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, oh, thank you. Much appreciated. We're not here to give you boring talk about things.
No, we try not to.
And I would say, we're talking about like cocktail shows. That's not that common, but shows that deal with like horror pictures, You might see a lot of
okay, wait,
movie
hold on.
channels that are a
Richard
little
Stanley's
dull,
The
too.
Color Out of Space. Have you seen that?
Can't say.
I haven't seen that.
It's not familiar.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
I love.
Okay,
Well,
all
now you
right.
have something else to
we
take a
we
look
got
at.
more homework.
Something else to look up. Glad to hear about it, too.
Yay! Okay, awesome.
You know, I want to stretch this little item. And guess what?
I thought maybe you could go grab some. Oh, everyone wins an award at the Velveteen Lounge. I know. I'm like that.
You're all special.
I seriously have that gene. I'm like, I can't praise someone without praising everyone else.
Oh,
I can't do it.
Hells to the best.
I can't award a prize unless I award everyone else a prize.
Just saying hi to
horrible.
To one of our great people who show up here every Wednesday. And I'm just going to chopper of ginger beer because I happen to have it. And I thought that would actually complement this well without adding too much sweetness. Although I can always add a little bit more.
I would
of
like
sour.
something else, but I don't want a cocktail. Well, I would love a cocktail, but
I love a cocktail right now, but
happy hour is the award. Aw, thank you.
Fantastic.
I would love something else, but I don't want a cocktail. Well, like I said, I want a cocktail.
Love a cocktail. But
I would probably be better off having like some cider or something.
well, we have such things. So that could happen.
Could you grab one?
Me, I got to get up in the morning, so I'd better actually.
I have to get up in the morning too.
Cool it because
Drive you to the
drive
train
me.
station.
I'm in a train station. But
All right,
that's
so
unusual this week.
I'm done with the cocktails. I'll have a little cider because
Let's take care of that little
because,
issue.
you know, to be convivial. Is it out there? Is there any out there? Oh, okay. I was checking the tiki room. I think it might be in there, but I hope there's some in here too. Oh, we're never dry though. The humor can be sometimes. Oh, you know. It's like that at happy hour. What do you find? Oh, he found a cider.
You asked for cider.
I did ask for cider. That seemed a safe choice.
It's a good choice. Around this time of year, cider very much goes. With
Oh my gosh, Gettysburg Ma'am says we should do an awards show on New Year's Eve. We can vote in the VIP room. Vote for a fan favorite commentator. Oh my God, I love this idea.
Hey, big fun.
I love this. Gettysburg Ma'am, let's talk.
Let's see what we can do with that.
I love that idea.
That's a lot of fun.
Because we do go live on New Year's Eve.
We do. And in years past, we've actually respected time zones by dropping the ball. We have our own ball, of course. You could watch the one in Times Square. Blah, blah, blah.
You can.
Or you can watch us. And we dropped the ball, like, I think 3 times we
I'm
did
going to
last
try
year.
some of
We
the
actually went through
Hellfire
3 time zones.
bitters in my cider.
It was actually pretty astonishing. I'm thinking to myself, wow, I was upright that whole time. Well, it's not martinis all night. You know, we try to keep it up, stick to the bubbles and keep it light, and then you can go for a while. It's a long time to be on your feet for a broadcast. But
How
we'd
dry
love to do it for
I
you.
am.
How dry it was. Tell you. This is still good. And adding a chopper of the ginger beer was not a bad idea at all.
This is good with the Hellfire cocktail shrub, too.
Adding a chopper of the cider would have been a good idea, too.
I'm going to add a little
I
bit
might do
more,
that
actually,
afterwards.
of the Hellfire. Gives it a kick. Spicy
It has
kick.
that certain sort of, I don't know what.
Oh, Gettysburg Ma'am says I love your New Year's Eve shows. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Well, if we're
found the
essentially going head to head
recently.
with a much more well-known brand, I'll consider that a fantastic compliment. We like to provide the entertainment, and I got to say that sometimes I will watch that whole broadcast and say, yeah, I don't know about all of that. Watched it for years. It was kind of better when it was with Dick Clark himself. So. Auto mistake. Indeed. Indeed.
Didn't you hear PJ's last New Year's Eve? I believe we did.
We may well have done that as a
believe
matter
we
of
did,
fact.
yes.
Might have started out that way, which is not a bad way
I
to
feel
start.
like I need fabulous pajamas, though, for New Year's Eve.
I kind of feel like we need to do the New Year's Eve broadcast and then follow that with the New Year's Day hangover broadcast because everybody needs a little something. And,
that's a lot to ask of people.
It's a lot to ask of us who are standing on stage doing this, I suppose.
Oh, Lisa says people don't have watched you guys for 3 years on New Year's. Well, we're doing it again this year.
It's going to happen again, and it'll happen in no time, folks.
I feel like I need fabulous PJs.
You have fabulous PJs.
Well, more fabulous
perhaps you need more fabulous PJs.
Like,
we're just saying.
I have PJs, but I'm thinking of like Nick and Nora in the Thin Man films. And I feel like she has fabulous PJs. Like,
I have a fabulous set that you made for me, which is in sort of a red background with these sort of like Chinese characters fabric. Pretty fab, pretty excellent. And then, of course, there's a coordinating robe, which is this sort of smoking jacket affair. Pretty excellent, gotta say.
I feel like we need...
That's perpetual.
I feel like we need matching fabulous PJs.
Well...
Which I don't know what that
means
at the moment, but I've got time. I do have time.
Such things could be sourced. Such things could be made. I know that you would be doing all the work on that, so I'm not going to say it should be made. But...
So I get for taking my glasses off, Elizabeth. I had my eyes dilated today at the eye doctor, so I feel
feeling the pain, feeling the intraocular distortion, feeling the rest of the story.
Although I realized that they always tell you, like, your eyes will be dilated, bring someone to drive you home, blah, blah, blah. Like, no one's driving me home, I'm driving myself home. But
I could have driven you.
No, you had meetings. But...
Actually, I did have meetings at the time.
But...
Come to think of it.
I realized it's not the dilating that screws you up. It's the sun-level bright lights they shine in your eyes that screws you up.
Let's take a look in there. Ah!
I know. Like, I was fine until you, like, basically shined the sun straight into my eyes.
Let's get that, like, searchlight from Hollywood and put that in there.
Oh, my gosh. I love this. Okay. Kitty Sword Ma'am says, we could call the awards the Velveteenies. It can be a statue of a martini glass. I love this so much. I'm inspired. You inspired me.
Here's the okay.
You inspired me.
The gears are turning.
Okay.
This is a lot of fun so far.
Daryl says, we do New Year's Eve in a day. Well, maybe we can do that.
Well, we'll see about that.
If anyone's interested, I'm all about doing this.
It's not like I'm going to start a New Year's Day broadcast at 8 a.m. Probably more like about 1 p.m. brunch time. Just saying.
But they're an hour behind us. So
true, too. Also
if we start at 1, they're starting at noon. Okay. I love this idea.
Well, rotating.
Oh, Cynthia says Nick and Nora have fabulous fashion. Right. I'm thinking of the first film.
Mm-hmm.
In the bedroom when Morelli shows up.
Yeah.
And she's got these silk pajamas. I'm like, oh yeah, I need that.
No. They've got this coordinating set, which is just fabulous.
All right.
Just fantastic stuff. Of course, they're intended to be quite wealthy people, so they can afford this, that, and the other. But, you know, it never seems...
I've got a coupon for Joanne Fabrics.
With them, it never seems ostentatious or over-ostentatious. They just seem to be well-dressed. Like, he's got a great tailor. She's got a great tailor. Mm-hmm. They take care of these things. And that's actually very important, you know. They wear it well, and I think that ultimately they're pretty generous with what they've got. They help friends.
Oh, Cynthia says, no way, I'm dilated too. Got a clean bill of health. I did too. Oh my gosh, I'm glad you did too.
Glad these things are turning out.
Yay.
It's good to know. Because, well, you know, many of us are going through procedures of one sort or another these days, but good luck to all of you.
Yeah, it was just a yearly checkup, but yeah, yay for that. I'm glad you did too.
Good. Well,
is it that time?
I'm getting.
He's signaling me.
I'm not signaling. I'm actually saying, is it that time?
All right.
A couple hours.
But this New Year's idea is making me so happy.
We're making the gears turn in the head. Rotating. Let's see what comes up with that. That's a good idea. This is why we do these broadcasts, because fun ideas are exchanged with friends.
Yes.
In a convivial atmosphere.
I'm super excited now.
Sometimes people say, what about that drink that my uncle had at that place in New Jersey one time? And we think, let's investigate that. sometimes we find it.
Can we help triangulate that place?
Can we see what that was? You know, every once in a while we find that sometimes we don't. Huh. The mysteries of the universe. But in the meantime, we've had 4 great things our patrons, and if you're not a patron, it's easy to become one. We'll see all of that tomorrow in printed form.
Or in 15 minutes.
Perhaps even sooner than that. Actually, yeah, you tend to get these things out faster. If you would like to be a patron, go to patreon.com/Velveteen Lounge, and you can sponsor us for very low rates.
Thank you all so much for
As a
being
matter of
here.
fact.
Gettysburg Meow.
If you think,
Lisa,
well,
Earl, Julie,
I just like to help you out a little bit.
all of you, Cynthia.
There's a tip jar at the bottom of the page.
Alan and Elizabeth.
That helps.
Yep. Errol.
All of this helps. Obviously,
Peter.
all of this costs something. We'd like to make sure that gets taken care of. And in the meantime, the fact that you've all been here has been just a really amazing thing on a Wednesday for all of us. And we're glad to be able to do it for you.
Yes.
Any further comments that didn't get addressed, just drop us a personal. We'll take care of it. Sometimes people remember, oh, what about that thing? Yeah, what about that thing?
We're going to take
care of that thing.
Michael. Yes, Michael. Thank you for being
talking.
here.
Yep.
I feel I hate naming people because I miss people, and then I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, oh my God, I saw Baron von Frankenstein.
You do not at all.
No, I know.
The fact is,
I know.
the fact is that we respond to most comments that are happening. They come a little fast and furious.
I really do
with these things. And as always, you can just drop a line to us. And we're glad to answer questions and get things going. Been fantastic. We tried 4 original libations that are based. Pardon me, the hiccups now. Yeah, now it's time to go. The 4 original libations that have fantastic horror themed names, and we tried not the ghost pepper, but the Reaper Cheetos. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's what's giving me hiccups. Those are actually quite good, and they're nowhere near as fiery as they might be if they were actually going by the name Carolina Reaper. So don't be afraid if you like these specialty sort of snack foods.
I'm thinking maybe Kolchak next week.
We could probably get that together. There's a lot of
Amy?
fun with
Yes.
Kolchak.
Okay, I'm missing people, but yeah. Okay. All right.
Definitely. Well, folks, fantastic to be with you for a couple hours on a Wednesday.
Peter, hi.
Glad that you could actually spare the time to be with us. And excellent commentary tonight. We start talking about horror pictures, and it just goes from Karen Black to infinity.
Oh my God.
It really starts with Karen
Got
Black,
so much work to do.
Interestingly enough. But anyway, take my recommendation and check out both Black Sabbath and Black Sunday. Definitely worth your time. And both have great scores, really great scores. The Black Sunday in the U.S. version was scored by Les Baxter. Oh, man, that is so good. That is just fantastic. And just Barbara Steele, 2 words. That's all I got to say. We will see you in next week for another fantastic episode, probably Kolchak themed, because, hey, it was suggested.
I've got more ideas, but definitely next week, if not sooner.
We went with that. I think I introduced the term Kolchak, but you all just ran with it. Because you know more than I do. So that's the whole point, folks. Thank you so much for being with us for a couple hours, sparing some of your valuable time with us on a Wednesday. It's fantastic. We'll see you in no time. As always, wherever you are and whatever you do,